Hello there, brothers and sisters, lovers, haters, boys, girls, and of course vibrations. How is everybody? Excuse me, as usual, I hope everybody's well. Now, I've just been cleaning out a couple of drawers in there, and at the back of one of those drawers, I found a glass burler. Yeah? Anyone knows what one of them is? It's paraphernalia. And I bought it last year to use the spirit molecule. I don't want to really say what it was because I don't want to promote its use. I'm going to quote Bill Hicks here, as I do at the start of all my videos. Brothers, sisters, vibrations of the mind of the one true God. That's Bill Hicks right there, in case nobody's noticed. My favourite comic. And I'm going to quote him again. I am not promoting the use of drugs. I've had good times on them. I've had bad times on them too, okay? There you go. So, 3 letters, starts with D, ends with T, the spirit molecule. Now, remember the first couple of times I had it, I wasn't convinced that I'd had the full experience due to speaking to other people who've done it and reading on like forums and stuff, users forums and that. So what I've done was I loaded that burler up with an enormous dose and hit it. And the experience is quite hard to verbalise. Now, I'm going to try my best. Immediately, I had these incredible visuals, what were like fluorescent and translucent and very much like a kaleidoscope. I had some soft meditation music on in the background, which was kind of amplified. Then very shortly after, I was like catapulted at supersonic speed, might I add, into what can only be described as another realm. You see, the experience is very much like having a vivid dream. You know, when you're in that dream, it's real. The experience is as real can be, as real as me sitting here. But then shortly after coming round, you know, you only remember certain bits of it, you know, and the story and the situation and other things in this dream slowly disintegrate, if you like. You know, your memory can't hold all the information and you forget a lot of it. Well, that's very similar to this experience. But I went to this other realm, you know, the best way I can describe it. And while you're in this experience, your ego goes down to zero. Zero. You know, you're laid bare to the experience. And when you read on forums, and I was in like a group with other users for a while, a WhatsApp group, and they very much all talk about the same things, entities. And an entity that I remember coming across in this realm, and I can't quite remember if she had 3 heads or if she was behind one of them like a vanity mirror behind her and you could see 3 heads. I can't quite remember, but I remember being communicated with and spoke to non-verbally, if that makes sense. And I was told that everything was going to be all right, and you know, I very much felt part of an energy field that I've never ever felt part of before, you know, and a crazy experience. I've got to watch, like I say, I've got to watch my wording because I don't want to use any promotional words, but it was liberating. It was a lot of things, but above and beyond anything, it was spiritual. It was the most spiritual experience I've ever endured. And, you know, I come back with answers. I come back with a lot of answers. First of all, I no longer feared death. And I don't want to. Of course, I want to live. But it completely alleviated and diminished, you know, my fear of death, you know. And I'm not trying to convince anybody. I'm telling anybody my experience. I'm telling anybody, you know, I'm telling what I went through. And I know now without uncertainty that there is more to this life than just physical matter. You know, this realm, this place where I went exists. It's real. It's as real as, like I've said, me sitting here right now. But it's not part of the physical world. It's many things, you know, but it's real. You know, I'm convinced it's real, and I'm convinced that there is life after death. I'm certain of it, for that matter. And you know, when you hear people say my life flashed before my eyes, or like a near-death experience, well, that's what happened to me on the way back. My entire life flashed before my eyes. All the love, all the pain, all the hurt, all the joy, every experience and every moment that I've ever went through shot right before my eyes. I could see and feel it all. You know, and they say this molecule is released in large amounts just as we're born and just before we die. You know, it's innocuous. It's a molecule that's in every living thing, but it can be extracted and refined into pure form. And I'm not in any rush to take it again, and I likely never will, but I certainly come back with answers, you know. It's the closest I've ever been to spirituality, you know, and it changed the way I looked at everything from that day forth. Spoke about it with my lass. She's experienced it as well. You know, it's an experience like no other, and has to be the best feeling I've ever endured chemically. Now, I wouldn't advise anyone to use it. It's not for the faint-hearted, but you know, it happened. I experienced it, and it was something else, you know. Yeah, man, really got me thinking. Anyway, that was that. Thanks for listening, people. God bless everyone. Bye bye for now.